My name is Gabriela Rodriguez, and this is my code for the final. So when we begin, we're using the include string and include iOS string, and then we're using the namespace std. So when I started off, I created my strut, and for this, since we're making an app, I decided to do like a find a friend app, not a dating one. Similar, the same thing, just not dating wise. But so I first started by creating my strut. So I was gonna use string nickname because you're gonna have to enter that data, and then int age because you're gonna have to enter an integer, so like a number, and then string job, string outdoor, string coffee. So these are the like names I chose, and later on, after I explain the rest, you'll see why I chose those, and I'll go back. So then we start off with int main. So this is where I end up putting in my I start using dot notation to fill the information for the 5 matches, and so right here, friend. So this is just basically saying, oh, like this is what you're gonna use for your friends, but this is gonna start specifying what goes with each one. So this is like your potential matches basically. So I use match 6, and I use 6 because you're 5 friends, and then including yourself after you enter your own data. So your match number 1, their nickname is going to be Jen. Your match number 1 is going to be asked of their age. So 22, that's data specified to Jen. And then your match number 1, again assigned to her, is going to be a job. So later on you'll see that it asks for a job if you have a job. So she does, so she put yes. She match number 1, again Jen, outdoor. So it's gonna ask if she likes going outdoors. She says no, and then it's gonna ask if she likes coffee, and she put yes. So I did the same thing for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are just random. I really just randomized this, but so my problem with doing this code is that I couldn't get the profiles to come up at the end, because when I matched it, it kept bringing up a question over and over and over again at the end, and it didn't stop. So I ended up putting return 0 to stop it all, but it wasn't going to display the table, so I decided to just put it in the beginning. So when it displays it, it's just going to say your potential match profiles. So we're doing the data from the structs. So this is basically saying that it's going to display the information for all 6, and as it displays 1, it'll add on to the next one. So let's say 1, so then 1 plus the next one is going to be 2, and then 2 plus the next number, and it's just going to count on. And hence why it says right here match 1, match 2, match 3, match 4, match 5. So right here it's saying, oh, that match I, so match to whatever number is going to display that. And it's going to do it 6 times because the first, obviously, like I said, it's going to include yourself. So as you can see, it's going to display their nickname. So match I, so whatever number it's on, it's going to display their nickname that was assigned up here, and then it's going to display their age, their job. It's going to ask if they have a job, so it's going to display their answer. Do they like going outdoors? It's going to display their answer again, and then do they like coffee? It's going to display their answer. So as you can see, these were assigned to these, and the I is only basically saying, like I said earlier, it's just going to keep adding starting from 0, because I started it at 0 because I assigned yourself as number 0, the person who enters their data. And then 1, like I said up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just going to do that in the beginning. And then after that, it's going to start with the introduction of the actual app. So it's going to say, welcome to Easy Friends, where we help shy people make more friends for ages 20 to 25. So these are all people between 20 and 25 because it's gonna ask for your age, and it just only makes sense that it's only for those people, because you can't really, logically you shouldn't really match 20-year-olds with 40-year-olds or something like that. But anyways, so it's gonna say we'll start by creating your profile, and then it's gonna ask you to enter your nickname. So this is why I put match 0. So that is now the person who enters their data is gonna be assigned to match 0. So it's gonna ask for their nickname, and then it's gonna ask questions to find their match. So how old are they? And then it's gonna ask for their age. Are they currently employed? It's gonna ask you to specifically put yes or no. And then it's gonna say if they like doing outdoor activities, take their answer, and then it's gonna ask if you like drinking coffee, and it's gonna take their answer, and it's gonna ask again yes or no. So this is gonna display the data that was entered by that person. So match 0. So according to the data, they stated their nickname was. It's gonna display their age, and then they answered yes or no to having a job, yes or no to doing outdoor activities, and they also said yes or no to liking coffee. So it's just gonna it's gonna summarize what they've said. So now based on their answers, this is where it is gonna pick their match. So if match is 0, so if that person for their job answers yes, and they match, and they answer no for being outdoors, and they answer yes to liking coffee, so this is like basically a combination. So if they're gonna answer yes, no, yes, then it's gonna find a match, and up here matches it with who said yes, no, yes. Jen said yes, no, yes, and Jasmine said yes, no, yes. So right here it's gonna say we found your match. Match number 1, Jen. That one, it's gonna display her age. It's gonna say what they've answered to the having a job, to liking outdoor activities, and to liking coffee. So then right here it's gonna say, would you like to be friends with match number 1? So Jen, would you like to be friends with her, or would you like to try another person? If they answer yes, if their choice is yes, so it asks for their choice. So if their choice is yes, it's gonna say yay, you have matched with, and then display her name again, text her information details, and then it's gonna say thank you for using the easy friends, and it returns 0, so it stops it and it doesn't continue. So this is kind of why I didn't want to display a table, because I put return 0, but if I didn't put that, it would kept displaying a different answer, so that's why I decided to do that. So then up here it's gonna now ask so now if they choose next instead of yes, like it asks up here, when they choose next, another profile will be shown. So like I said, yes, no, yes was the series they chose. So Jasmine was the next one to be a match. So we're going to do the same exact thing. It's going to display all of her summary of what she wrote. And then, again, it's going to ask, would you like to be friends with her or end the program? This time it's asking if you're going to end the program, because we're only doing it twice. So yes or end. So if she decides, if her choice is yes to match, then yay, it's going to say yay, you matched with the second option. So then display some details, and then again, if she chooses to end it, it's just going to say, you know what, thank you for using it, and then it's just going to end it. So I did this a couple times because it's going to obviously not everybody's answer is going to be the same, but so I did it for a series of answers. So yes, no, yes, and then we got over here yes, no, we got over here no, no, we have no, 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 but so once it ends the program, I forgot to mention that it's gonna so I was telling it to do that if that happens, and then while the while part right here is showing that if they do not choose yes, next, or end, so the basic ones, if they write something else, then it's gonna say it's not an option, and then it's gonna ask them to do it again. But yeah, then we did it again, no, 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 and then yeah, oh sorry, and then no, yes, yes. So we have like a series of them that's gonna end up displaying it, and that's pretty much the end of it. So I'm gonna run it and show you how it works. So like I said in the beginning, it's going to show your profile matches, your profile and your potential matches, but since you have not entered your data, it's not going to show your profile. So that's why it's empty, and then it just has a random number. So that's the part that messed it up, that I had to put in the beginning, and then it's not going to show it. But anyways, so it shows the next 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It shows everything I put in, and it just simplifies it and shows you everything their profiles. That should have been at the end, but okay. So now we have where it actually starts. Welcome to Easy Friends, where we help shy people make friends age 20 to 25. We will start by creating your profile. So enter your nickname. So I'm gonna put mine. I'm just gonna put Gab. Enter. How old are you? I'm gonna put my real age, so 20. Are you currently employed? I'm just gonna put random stuff, so yes. Do you like outdoor activities? No. And then yes. I'm basically doing the first one I explained because I explained it really well, so you'll be able to see what I was talking about. So these are my answers. So it says, according to data, your nickname is Gab, your age is 20, you answered yes to having a job, you answered no to doing outdoor activities, and yes to liking coffee. So this is my summary, and then it's going to say, we found you a match. Jen is 22. They answered yes to having a job, no to doing outdoor activities, and also said yes to liking coffee. Would you like to be friends with Jen, or would you like to go to the next person? So for this, I'm going to put next, so you can see my next option. And it's, so then it's going to display the next one. So it's going to show Jasmine is 25. She answered yes to having a job, no to doing outdoor activities, and yes to liking coffee. Would you like to be friends with Jasmine or end the program? I'm going to put yes, so it doesn't end it, so you can see how it brings up her information. So now it says, yeah, you have matched with Jasmine. Text her at this number, and then thank you for using Easy Friends. So I can run it again and show you differently. So again, I'm doing it again so I can show you like a different option. I'm gonna put 20, and then I'm gonna put yes, no, and then yes. So then it brings that up again, and then what if I put, instead of putting next, I'm gonna put yes to match with her, and it just ends it straight away.